Mike with Iceberg Gaming here, and in today's Starfield guide, I'm going to be going over the very first thing you guys should be doing anytime you're starting a new game or a new game plus. So the very first thing we're going to need to do is to head to Alpha Centauri, and we're going to go to Jemison, and we're going to land at the starport. And on arrival, we are going to run over to the Jemison Mercantile, which is right over here to the left. And then we're going to talk to Amolia Bavi. Now you're going to need about 1,000 credits, a little under 1,000 credits. So if you don't have any money, you're going to need to do like a quest or something. Or check out my guide on my channel for the most OP skill you're not using to get some easy survey data. You can sell that for the credits you're going to need. And then what we're going to need to buy here is 12 aluminum, 2 beryllium, 10 cobalt, 1 fiber, 15 nickel, 16 tungsten, 2 zero wire, and if you don't have a bed on your ship, you're going to add 2 more aluminum and 1 more fiber for a bed. For some stupid reason, the Starborn New Game Plus ships don't have any beds on them, so we're going to go ahead and buy this stuff up from the resources. If Jemison Mercantile doesn't have enough tungsten, check the Trade Authority, the UC Exchange in Sidonia on Mars, or the Mining League on Neon. And after that, we are heading for the Bessel system. And we are looking for Bessel 3B. After we've scanned it, we want to go ahead and show resources. And we're looking for this little continent here that looks kind of like a peninsula. It's got a big iron patch here in the middle. And we're going to go ahead and zoom in. It's easier to find when this part of the planet is on the day, so I'm just going to go ahead and wait until it's day, and then we'll be able to see it a little easier. Man, I wish this ship had a bed. Well, I even went back to Jemison and went to bed for a little while, and the game does not seem to want to cooperate with me, so we'll just do the best we can in the dark here. But anyways, as we found that little iron patch on this little continent here. Now we're looking for this little mountain range here that kind of ends where this this nickel patch is. There's a little mountain range that goes up this way. We're looking for a spot just above this little notch here, and we're going to click on it, and we're looking for mountains. So we're going to try this spot here. You can save the game before you land to restart, or if you just land 5 other places, the landing point will disappear if you land 5 other places. Now, if you got your location correct, you're going to land on top of a hill with a big flat top here for your landing area. And then if you come over this way, you're going to see an area where the 3 biomes meet. Like right now, we are in the hills, and you'll see the plains over there with the little tiny mesa type things. And then that black mountain is the mountains. So we're heading to the spot where these 3 biomes meet. Now that we're at the foot of the mountains here, you can see our ship over there in the distance. We're at the spot where the 3 biomes meet. We're going to go ahead and start looking for our outpost. And we're looking for the spot where we have the 5 resources. There it is. Aluminum, iron, nickel, cobalt, and water. If you see this little geyser here, you're looking in about the right spot. So let's plop this sucker down. Now that our outpost is built, we're going to go into build mode, and we want to get the top-down view here. It's a little easier to work with, and we're looking for our aluminum extractor. And we just have to find a nice spot with aluminum. We're going to go ahead and set up our aluminum extractor on the corner of some aluminum here. We want to get it in the corner just in case we want to add more later. So we want to make as much room as we can for later. And then we're going to need to supply power. And 2 wind turbines should do the trick. And then we need to link them. By highlighting over them and then holding E. And we're going to wire. Oops. Oops. To the extractor. And do the same for the other one. Our extractor is now powered. Next up, you can either place a bed or you can sleep on your ship if you have a bed on your ship. And then we're going to go ahead and take an hour nap. And as we can see, one of the reasons this planet is so great is that 1 local hour is 57 universal time hours. So now that we've got our aluminum extractor up and running, we're going to get 57 hours worth of aluminum for 1 hour of sleep.
Get up and get going.
And we have 193 aluminum in our extractor. And now we're set for life. Next, we're going to put in our nickel extractor. We're going to use the same method of trying to minimize the space it takes up. And then we're going to power it with 2 wind turbines. And then we're going to do the same thing with cobalt, with our cobalt extractor. And two wind turbines to power it. Actually, we only need the 1 wind turbine because we'll have enough overflow from our other 2 turbines. By hooking up my 2 power extractors from my nickel and 1 of the ones from my aluminum, I was able to power this with just 1 extra wind turbine. You could also build your cobalt extractor first and use the cobalt from the cobalt extractor to be able to build an additional wind turbine. Either way works just fine. And after we sleep again, we can do the exact same thing for our iron extractor. And then the next thing we want to build is an industrial workbench. And then we're going to sleep again to get some iron. And now that we've got our workbench and we've got unlimited aluminum and iron, we can build as many adaptive frames as we want. Now you can build these for XP or you can build them for whatever reason. Every time you build them, you're going to get XP, so you can just sit here spamming this all day and you'll get a ton of XP. But what we're going to do next is we're going to build storage. Now, to start this off, you can do this any way you want, but to just start things off, I'm going to build 1 storage for each of the materials. And then we can link the extractors. Oh, that's not how we do it. Oh, here we go. So we right-click to create a link, and we're going to link it to the extractor. And we're going to do that with all of our incoming raw materials. Now I'm going to create another storage, and I'm going to have all of the resources funneled to this 1 storage. So I want to get it in the middle here. And then all of these are going to funnel into here. Now the extractors will go from, the materials will go from the extractor to this storage and then into this storage. And this storage will fill up first, and then the individual storages will fill up next. So what we could do is create another box here and then link it, and then it would go to that next box, etc., etc. So we could do infinite storage, especially since we have infinite materials at this point. So you could have as many storages as you want at this point. You're never going to have to pay for materials. All you have to do is... Oops, that's not what I meant to do. All you have to do is sleep for an hour if you need more materials. And now this crate here will have all 4 materials coming in. It's already 100% full. So we're definitely going to need more storage than this. But I just wanted to get that set up for an example. I just built this nice stack of storage, and as you can see, they're all starting to fill up. The ones on the bottom here that are less full are earlier on the chain, so it's filling up the the back end first, so to speak. Giggity. So if we wanted to completely fill this up, we could just take a little nap, and it would completely fill up, and we would have a ton of materials. So this is basically unlimited free materials, so you can kind of do whatever you want from here. You can go into your crafting bench and craft over and over for XP. You can create a cargo link and send this out to other locations. You can even build more extractors if you want even more materials. I kind of don't think it's necessary, since you could just take a nap, and it's the equivalent of 57 hours if you just take a 1-hour nap. Now, in addition to crafting this for
Nice work.
infinite XP, basically, you could also do this for infinite money, because you can sell these adaptive frames to a vendor. If you don't feel like spam crafting, you can always craft up to 99 at a time for a nicer, big chunk of XP there. Or a bigger chunk, I should say. This character is about level 50, so every 99 crafts, he's getting 100. So this is a pretty fast leveling method. So there you have it. This is the best big beginner outpost in the game. You should always start any playthrough or New Game Plus by making this outpost. You'll have unlimited materials, unlimited XP if you want it, unlimited money by selling the stuff you craft. It's just all around great place to start for any game. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. And we'll see you next time.